Move it! All right, here we go.
Just like that. Let's go.
Good work in practice today. Make sure you get some reps in before you leave the gym.
get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get started, man. Let's get started. Hey, switch. No. Oh.
Now we're rolling. One more.
You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. See you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Turn it up. Come around. Ball, huh? I got ball.
This week, it's 2K TV's 200th episode. We take a look at your favorite moments.
That entire game for them was luck.
Plus, a very special guest. And of course, your top plays. Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
And we wouldn't be here without you guys. The NBA 2K20.
After clenching the top.
Hey.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. DA. And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Cousins.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And now the Lakers starting group. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And for Toronto, Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Ibaka. And it's Johnson in at the three.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably number one. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
Here's Lowry after the basket by the Lakers. Back to Gasol. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, George, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any midseason trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Now here's VanVleet. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver. And so just over a minute and a half played. And a wide open look for James. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Remarkable catch and shoot sequence right there from LeBron. Just a killer instinct whenever he gets the ball.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lowry, good.
Well, small frame, but big heart. How about Kyle Lowry's toughness on the finish through contact?
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing by 2. Here's Kuzma. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
First free throw is good.
And you talk about this market of Toronto, Doris, it's been slept on for a long time.
No doubt, Greg, this is one of the biggest markets in North America. The Raptors are Canada's team, a country of over 37 million people. The Raptors ranked 4th last season in attendance. Well, how about the presence in the post by Kyle Lowry in the face of some pretty good defense? That was a tough conversion.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hawking. You have to give it up to this man.
Now LeBron, after the missed 3 from Stanley Johnson.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lowry has the open look. Nailed from three-point land. Lowry's got 7 points. Lakers trail by 5. Kuzma outside. 13 feet away. Jump shot is good that time.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Lowry against Caldwell Pope. Van Vliet. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
Well, it's his intelligence that puts Kyle Lowry up there with the top assist men in the NBA.
And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Here's Johnson, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Kicks it out to James. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Van Vliet. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. All season long, he has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
It's got to be him, Greg. In a season where we have a ton of worthy candidates, he has been the most outstanding by far.
And Davis throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here is Lowry. He's coming off a 31-point game against Denver.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Lakers.
Well, what you love about Serge Ibaka, yes, he has tremendous size and reach and great athleticism, but he plays his role to a T.
And that one, good.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Johnson outside. Three-pointer. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Basket good. 13 points in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Raptors leading by 4. Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
The 7'1" makes a dunk look easy. Go ahead, Marc Gasol.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time. Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Stanley Johnson. Danny Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
This really puts the defense in a bind. Cousins on the roll is absolutely brutal.
Ibaka finds Lowry. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Some changes for Toronto. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Gasol. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Serge Ibaka. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Howard's checked in. To the middle. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
Shot clock at 6. Payne in the post, guarded by Green. Nice D from Cousins. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here is Lowry. He has 7. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Lakers, number 1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Now here's Chandler. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And it's the Lakers on the break. And the wide-open shot from Green. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Well, this is the go-to shot for Danny Green. So good in his pre-shot preparation and catch and shoot.
And the Raptors call time here. And Doris, Danny Green included in that Kawhi DeRozan trade, and he's an underrated player in his own right.
No doubt, Kevin, because when you examine the net rating, which is basically what impact does a player have on winning, Danny Green is one of the best in the league. This guy is an all-defensive guy. He can make shots when he's open. You can plug him in at a couple of different positions. So much to like about Danny Green.
And Lowry has it in the corner. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lowry's got 10.
Well, there is absolutely no doubt that Kyle Lowry can shoot with range. He can make you pay from out there.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow. Well, just a little too physical out there right now.
And here is Los Angeles now. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Inside, it's tipped. Here's Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Cook in at the point. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And here is Van Vliet. He has 5. And stolen by Kuzma. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
And let's take a look now. Anthony Davis's numbers. The past month has been surreal. 3rd in field goal percentage, 5th in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Raptors trail by 14. Now here's Van Vliet. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
And here is Los Angeles now. Raptors knocking down the tray. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in. 21 points in the game.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Johnson in the corner. Lets it go from deep. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Los Angeles, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the three-pointer by Stanley Johnson. Count the basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling. To contain them.
Raptors trail by 11. Van Vliet kicks to Johnson. Back to Van Vliet. The pass to Payne. 5 to shoot. It's Gasol missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Uses both hands. to slam it down.
Oh, good anticipation. KCP reads the play, makes the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. And it's good for 2. He's got 29 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And Gasol gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now here's Payne. 6 points for him. Gasol trying to free himself up, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Caldwell Pope outside. And it's off from 3-point range. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Pistons.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. To the inside. Here's Davis. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Van Vliet. He has 5. Johnson in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Cook.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Raptors trail by 15. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Johnson for 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Caldwell Pope banked in off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the Lakers call time here.
I think quickness has probably never been more important in the NBA, but you cannot overlook the value of strength. Think about a guy like Kyle Lowry. He's not the biggest, he's not the most explosive, but he's got strength and he's got that bulldog mentality.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Serge Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Stanley Johnson. The Lakers also changing it up. Howard's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. James comes in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Green in for Cook. Here's Lowry, following the basket by Dwight Howard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, and Kevin, this is going to be a very trying part of the schedule for them. More than a fair share of road games on the dock for the team, and have not had an easy time finding success away from home.
The first free throw is good.
One of the things you have to love, Kevin, about Hollis Jefferson is his energy. You know he's going to give you everything he's got on a night-by-night basis.
Lakers leading by 21. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. James has a two-pointer, and again it's the Lakers.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Greg, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. 20 seconds left now here in the second. Now Lowry. He's got 15. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Marc Gasol is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then it's Johnson. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Down low. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 10 points.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. Off target with his 3. That one drops for him. He's got 39.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Los Angeles foul call. Number 12. That's his third personal foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Ibaka looking for an opening. Shot clock at 5. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Lowry. And Davis pulls it down. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Count that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Lowry. Over in the corner, Gasol. Off target from three-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Passes to Davis. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth in his first season as a head coach in the NBA. It translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay. And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
And Toronto has possession following the bucket by the Lakers. Now here's Johnson. He's guarded closely. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for the Lakers.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Just 3 to shoot. Lowry. Rebounded by the Lakers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Cousins. Shoots a fader. The rebound by Gasol. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Raptors. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
The pass to Cousins. Yep, that one goes.
Well, any play that ends with DeMarcus at the cup or in the paint is good offense.
Toronto's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Stripped away. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here's Lowry. 15 points in the game. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since. LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Here's Lowry. Hey, you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And the rejection by Cousins. And good! There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
One shot.
The Lakers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred VanVleet, never the most heralded player, Doris. But you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. VanVleet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred VanVleet will deliver.
Here is Lowry after the basket by Los Angeles. Payne with it. He's got 7. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Lowry. 3-pointer. Buries it from 3-point range. Lowry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half. 5 overall.
Kuzma outside. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, big frame, great hands, and Cousins a load on the offensive glass.
Payne passes to Lowry. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Right side, Rondo. Again, what an avalanche! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Payne passes to Ibaka. And the rejection by Cousins.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. With the shot. Good, he hits again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Yeah, whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
The first one falls. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your... ...55 seconds left to play in the third. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Anunoby. And the 3 off target. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now here's VanVleet. 11 points in the game. Back to Lowry. This one for 3. That one, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Connects again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Toronto shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
Well, Danny Green specializes on the defensive end of the floor, gets a strip, and makes it easy on his teammates.
1 second left. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth, we've got Jared Dudley, also Howard out there, and it's Caruso in at the two-guard spot. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Johnson, that's for two. Rebound the Lakers. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now.
Raptors foul call. Fred Van Vliet. That's his third personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Number 12. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
And the Lakers have possession. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Pass to Van Vliet. Johnson outside. The feed to Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Dwight Howard. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
And the Raptors making a change here. Ibaka's checked in and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Here's Lowry. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Passes it to Gasol. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Lowry. That's 10 points for Marc Gasol. Well, Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and and take his place as the face of the NBA.
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom three teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Lobbed up there for Howard. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
Lowry passes to Johnson. Back to Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Thomas checked in for Toronto. And the Lakers also making a switch. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. Three-pointer, Lowry. The Lakers with the rebound. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Raptors. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Thomas got his first 3 points of the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
That's tipped. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And good. He hits it again.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. A new group in now for the Raptors. Payne passes to Thomas. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And, yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Tipped away. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's 8 points for Dwight Howard.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
And there's another turnover by the Raptors.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Daniels, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. The Lakers with the ball. Popped up there for Howard. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, Dwight Howard looking to score, and the coaching staff wants him to get these kinds of shots.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. McCaw. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Launches the three. And another three for the Lakers.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Now the pass to McCaw. Uncovered. Rebounded by Dudley.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now here's Payne. Pass to McCaw. And here's Plumlee. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Raptors shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Upside Thomas. There's the triple. Hits it from three-point range.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Well, remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Takes a shot at the elbow. 6 to shoot. And another one falls. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
Payne looking around. Outside for Thomas. Puts it up from 12. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Out of bounds.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Cousins comes in for Dwight Howard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Now here's Payne. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things.
Another bucket. Wow.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring. Back to Plumlee. Passes it to McCaw. The three. Sinks the three-pointer.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Kicks to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Clock at 6. From past the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
A floater. Thomas, no good. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Hits it again. Wow.
And that ties him for third all-time scoring for a single game. What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show. Here's Payne. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner. We get a chance to catch up with our postgame guest.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. You had to.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Let me guess, what's going on, guy?
With tonight's win, you clinched #1 seed and home court advance throughout the play.
It's big. You know, our fans gives us a huge boost. So to be able to go out there and
Alexis Morgan here with a guest who needs no introduction, Mr. Shaquille O'Neal, a.k.a. Shaq, a.k.a. DJ Diesel. What's going on?
How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
You were just shooting mocap today for 2K20. Now that's crazy because you first joined the 2K team 14 years ago when you were on the cover of 2K6.
So I've been with these guys 14 years?
14
years. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yes. How has the game changed since then?
I mean, it's
And the Cavaliers already with a focused look on their faces as they arrived early, planning on a strong performance in their home building. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. We come to you tonight from the shores of Lake Erie as the streets of downtown Cleveland, Ohio are alive with activity. Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David. Hey, Dave.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis.
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for LeBron.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And for Cleveland, Assman and Love are the forwards. Manning the backcourt, it's Sexton and Clarkson. And it's Nance in at the 5.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy of earning all the MVP votes.
Well, we wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Pass to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Free throw line jump shot.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. There's the pass to Davis. Count it, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Clarkson looking for an opening. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along. He was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Love finds Sexton. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. You look at the Rockets. They've been passed up, moving down to the 4th spot.
And when you look at the Lakers, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
Inside, it's stolen by Nance. Here's Clarkson. The Cavaliers with a new 14. The lead now in single digits.
Yeah, I know Kevin Love has slimmed down through the years, but the fundamental part of boxing out and using his body is not something that he's lost.
To the paint, here's Kuzma. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Clarkson, guarded closely. Sexton kicks to Love. Here's Clarkson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got 6.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. 14 points for him.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
It's good.
And sometimes Jordan Clarkson, when he's feeling it, he can get crafty out there. Beautiful dribble move.
Pass to Kuzma. Good D by Love.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Osman, the pass to Sexton. Pass to Clarkson. Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Pretty good recognition for Clarkson. He's moving the ball, and some good things starting to happen now offensively.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. You look at Cleveland. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason.
And I think for the Cavaliers, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
The 10-footer. Here's Davis. And another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Love.
Just awesome aggressiveness by Davis there to force the issue on that shot. You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
First one falls for him. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA, and the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
Porter, no luck.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Always fun to watch Anthony Davis rise up for dunks like that. Awesome anticipation from him.
So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Sacramento. Now Garland. 23 points his last outing. Here's Nance, and Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Los Angeles leading by 6. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. An easy 2 points on the layup. 18 points for him.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And the Cavaliers call time here. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Marjanovic checked in for Larry Nance. The Lakers also making some changes. Cousins comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Caldwell Pope.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
Lakers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Brett, with the corner three being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
It's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide, rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. And Garland has it in the corner. Porter in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And LeBron throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play. Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And Cousins gets it to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Osman. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Howard's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for LeBron. Howard against Thompson. Marjanovic. And he banks in the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And a wide open look for Porter. Drills the three-pointer. Porter's got a couple of threes now in the first for Cleveland.
And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And he drops in the layup. Off the glass. He's got 27.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 13-point lead. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. John Henson's checked in for Marjanovic. He hits the second from the line. But Brent, you look at the size and athleticism of DeMarcus Cousins, and you can forget just how skilled he is.
Well, the interesting part about Cousins, and as his career goes on, especially coming off the injury, Kevin, what does he rely on? Well, when he came into the league, as you said, he had that skill set. He's going to rely more and more on that ability to shoot the ball and to still make plays so that he's still an impact player in the NBA.
And Thompson sends it back.
Tristan did a great job of elevating.
Cavaliers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Davis kicks to James. Shot clock at 5. And the shot goes in. And the Lakers lead by 20.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And it's Osman missing. LA's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. And James throws it down hard.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
And here are the Cavaliers now. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Sexton makes it off the glass. Sexton's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Floats it up for Davis.
And really, that's a perfect screen and roll play that gets AD to look where he wanted it.
For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Knocked loose. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Off target from outside. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And there's the feed to Nance. Takes the 3. Shot's good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 13 points.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Lays it up and off the glass. He's got 34.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. They swipe it. The drive by James.
Yeah, I'm not going to give LeBron any more space, but certainly like to see him dunk. How about that throwdown?
Here's the floater. 1:31 left here in the second. And it's slammed in by Davis.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Clarkson passes to Marjanovic. Nance against Davis. Shot clock at 6. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. No good with the triple. Here's Kuzma. Here's Davis. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good. Clarkson, Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
For Cleveland, they have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul is on Colin Sexton. The Lakers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Sexton. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Knight taking his time here. From the baseline, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
To the inside, and stolen by Love. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Now, here's Clarkson. 3rd quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, Clarkson is the 2 with Osman the 3. Nance out there with Kevin Love, and it's Knight in at the point guard position. Great open look there. Knight's got 5.
Well, Knight confident shooting it off the pass.
To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
All alone. And it's Osman missing.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Davis. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
In the corner, it's Clarkson. No good on the triple.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 38 in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Hey, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And Cleveland making a change here. Sexton's checked in, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Passes to Osman. Back to Sexton. Clock at 6. Here's Osman, covered by LeBron. It's good. Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And the pass to Love. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And it's Osman missing.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Here's Clarkson. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Well, a lot of ways that Clarkson can beat you. Most of the time it's off the dribble, but when he's shooting the ball well, he's a dangerous offensive player.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And here's Sexton. He's got 7. And James pulls it down.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Pass to Osman. Six to shoot. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
He got it again. Sensational.
Up and up he goes as he continues this sensational season, now closing in on second place in scoring.
And GA, with the way he has manhandled defenses all year long, you have to think he'll make a good run for it.
And to even come near Wilt's mark of 3,586 points from back in '63 speaks volumes for the season he's had.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. John Henson comes in for Kevin Love. Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Garland in for Colin Sexton. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Anthony Davis. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green, he's checked in for LeBron. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Porter. Great D that time from Howard. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-5 run. And that one's good. Green.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list because when you think about help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter. And the reason that you're yelling at Kevin is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you. And the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket.
bail you out,
Rudy Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They got a back line of defense, and Gobert is pretty tremendous.
You love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge out top, and then they get back down again where they're supposed to be.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there, Kevin.
Yes,
So it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone terribly wrong. Give me Gobert to fix that.
Pass to Clarkson. Wide open look. No good on that one. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. The Lakers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And so he makes both from the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And another one falls. Amazing.
And fellas, he is now 2nd all-time for points in a season.
Truly a season for the ages.
And while Wilt Chamberlain still holds the #1 spot for scoring in a season, he bumps down Wilt's 2nd best campaign to 3rd place. That's not light work.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dishes it to Thompson. Quarter outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Yet another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
It's Porter outside, and another 3 for Cleveland.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Los Angeles, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12, and the first one drops. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Garland comes to help. Stolen by Henson. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
On the wing, Porter. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lakers working the ball around now. Now the dish to Howard. To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. And another one.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Passes it to Henson. And John Henson with the slam.
They don't want John Henson getting in that close. Feels like he could just reach up while he's on the ground and still get that done.
The shot, no good. The Cavaliers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. It's Porter outside, hits the three-point bomb. Porter's got 15 points in just the second half. And good, there's another.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. And the Lakers also making a change. James is checked in. And Cousins kicks to Caruso. From about 16. Howard, good. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Garland dishes to Porter. And Sexton has it in the corner. Off target with his three.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. The Lakers, #1.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
For the Cavaliers, Marjanovic checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for John Henson. And it's Cedi Osman in for Porter. And the Lakers also making a switch. Anthony Davis is checked in for Dwight Howard.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Feeds it to Davis. And stolen by Love. The pass to Osman to the left wing. The open look here for Sexton. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Well, that's in rhythm and right on target as Sexton has a very well-rounded offensive game and playing in control now.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here in the second half. Going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
Quinn Cook's checked in for the Lakers. The Cavaliers shooting right around 46% from the floor in the third quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Garland with it. He has 5. Pass to Love. Shoots over Cousins. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
I like seeing Love work that in-between area. He's got a great understanding of when it is that he's going to have the room to fire.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. Right back after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And the Lakers making a change here. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Anthony Davis. Rajon Rondo is out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Daniels in at the 3 spot.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Stripped it away. One-on-one fast break.
excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now Garland knocks it loose. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Another one goes. Incredible. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 4 assists now tonight.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Lakers.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Clarkson up top. He's covered by Daniels. And Love throws it down.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down.
Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said, it's tough for some teams to swallow. There are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. And that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Martin's checked in for Jordan Clarkson, and it's Brandon Knight in for Garland. Dwight Howard's checked in for Los Angeles. Knight for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Howard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Knight. First free throw is good. Green, he's checked in for Daniels. Both good from the line that time. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin. Quite
did
frankly.
you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
The feed now to Love. Clock at 6. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Outside, Martin. Knocked loose. And Cleveland with another turnover here. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Monday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Here's Knight. And another miss by Cleveland.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Outside, Martin. Pass to Windler. Martin wide open. He fires. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Yet another bucket.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. GA, I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now. Love, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. That the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Over in the corner, Dudley. The 3. And Henson pulls it down. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Good. 10 points for Brandon Knight.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Passes it to Windler. In the corner, it's Martin. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Here's Knight. And finished off by Martin.
A good court awareness that time from Brandon Knight. He's a creative guard who has a good feel for when his guys are open.
Lobbed up there for Howard. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You have to get in front of Dwight Howard. When he has that kind of room to soar, he's going to finish alley-oops with style.
Outside Knight. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, did I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
In the corner, it's Martin. Here's Love, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
Love is not afraid to mix it up and get a little rough and tumble down there. When he's looking to shoot, he welcomes that contact.
And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Feeds it to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. And another one falls. Amazing.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up. Again, what an avalanche!
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he still is scoring. Knocks down the 3 ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. And so Knight will bring it up for Cleveland. Marjanovic finds Knight. 17 seconds left in the fourth. And Love has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark. And he banks in the layup.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
That's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Hey, man.
You ready for the playoffs, Hornet?
Born ready, Hank.
Yeah, right there with you.